Maintaining practical archives.
Which I got for $2.
I'm going to be making a series of videos having to do with some things that I've learned during the holidays.
It's Saturday morning and I'm headed to a rather large book sale. This is the second time I've been to this one. I went last year towards the end of the year. They advertise that they have tens of thousands of books. I believe over 30,000 is what they said. I went to the sale last year and there were quite a few other resellers there, so I expect the same thing, but there's so many books that it's not that big a deal. Even resellers with Bluetooth scanners and super fast and whatnot can only go so fast when there's thousands and thousands of books. They had a lot of nonfiction books, so, and also CDs and a lot of VHSs. Just a lot of books, an amazing amount of books, really. It's a large library, so it's in their library. It's raining and it's dreary out, but I'm gonna see if it's worth it or not. The last time I went, I spent $65, got probably over 80 books because there were some VHSs and paperbacks for 50 cents. I made a profit on that trip. I haven't sold as many as I would like, so I went back actually last night and I repriced a lot of them. So hopefully I can start moving more of those. We'll see if the books are better this time or if I'm able to pick some better ones anyway, find some better ones. I'll be interested to see if I see some of the same faces there in terms of the resellers. I don't see the same resellers when I go to, well, never in thrift stores, but when I go to book sales, there's a few, like 2 or 3, and that's it. It'll be interesting to see if they're there. I doubt it. I saw a few resellers last time I went to this sale that I'd never seen before, so we'll see. Wish me luck. And also, just by chance, this is my 100th vlog. Pretty cool.
So here's the result of going to this book sale with over 30,000 books, 5 records, 2 VHS, 3 CDs, and I believe about 20 books. So all told, about 30 items for 25 bucks. And the guy said he cut me a deal. Was it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going back to this book sale.
I just finished the book sale and I have to say it was overall a disappointment. I don't think I'm going to go back to this one. They have a large amount of mass paperback fiction, fiction in general, a lot of foreign language, and I believe Chinese, so I'm not able to do anything with that. So they had a fair amount of nonfiction, business, religion, health, computers, travel, cooking. There's a lot of different categories they had, and they definitely had thousands of nonfiction books. But as I was going through them, I just wasn't finding very good books to resell. And I only bought about 20 books, and that's not good. It's certainly not my time to drive a fair distance for me to get 20 books and about 30 items. I can go to a thrift store closer to where I am and do better than that and find better books. Starting to think that I prefer thrift stores and estate sales and yard sales. There are some book sales that are still good. There's 2 that I like, but this one, for whatever reason, the books just aren't that great. And there were only, that I saw, 2 other resellers there. Might have been a 3rd, but they showed up really late. Most people that were there were readers, were just looking to buy books for themselves, and there were just not very many resellers, which is a good thing for me, but I might say something that a lot of resellers figured out that the books aren't that great at the sale. So I think I'm going to skip this one. Because there's a ton of other ones going on, some that I had never been to. It's definitely becoming the season for library book sales. So I think I want to focus my book sale efforts on the book sales that seem to have the best books and are worth my time, especially if I'm going to be driving over 30 miles or so. It's just not worth it to spend an entire morning going to these things. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what that means if this place is. I don't think they're selling online though. I just think for whatever reason there's just not that great of books. One of the reasons why I probably didn't buy as many books is because I'm getting a little more strict about what I source and not wanting to send books in that are going to take longer than necessary to sell. I might have bought 5 or 10 or maybe 15 books if I back in October if they had the same books that I saw today. But there's certain things that I'm just getting a little more picky about. So if I see a book that has a rank around $1 million, let's say in the low millions, and it's selling for, let's say like $10 to $13 roughly. There's maybe a decent amount of reviews. There's not a ton of copies overall, but let's say there's 50 to 100 copies. But there are a good amount of FBA offers. So let's say there's about 4 to 6 FBA offers. I'm probably going to pass on that book because I'm just thinking about, I think there's more of a chance that book is going to really start to go, that the FBA price for that book is going to go lower than I'm comfortable with, such as start to get into the $8, $7 range. If I'm going to spend $1 on a book, so the soft covers were $1 and the hard covers were $2, I'm going to spend $1 on a book, and let's say it's right now at the lowest price is about $10.50 or $10.95 or even $11.95, but there's 5, 6 FBA offers, and there's a bunch of them that are really kind of competing. It looks like maybe their repricers are competing. They're going back and forth, or even if they're the same price, then the chances are, because that book is not selling super often, maybe it's selling a couple times a month, but it's not selling 10 copies a month. It's maybe selling twice, 2 times a month. So the ranking's not going to be 100, 200,000. It's going to probably jump up to $1 million versus staying below $500,000. I can send it in for $1, and let's say it sells for $10. I get paid just under $6 and take $1 out. So I'm still making a good return, but the question is, how long is it going to take to sell? And is there a genuine risk that book is going to head to Pennyland, or that the FBA prices are just going to plummet, and in the next month or few weeks, the book all of a sudden went from $10.95 as the lowest FBA offer to $6.95 or lower, and some of the other offers followed it. So if that happens, then I'm going to have to either wait for those offers to sell my copy, which means it's going to take longer, or I'm going to have to drop my price and make less money, less profit, maybe only double or triple my money versus 5 to 6 times my money. These are the kind of things I'm thinking about when I'm sourcing books now. Is I really don't want to I don't want to be up against that many other FBA offers unless the book is selling a lot of copies and it seems like that price is going to hold a decent price of, let's say, $10 to $15, or even $10 to $13. If I'm selling a book for 11 or 12 bucks, I'm going to make great profit since I'm only spending $1 on it. In this example, if I'm spending 50 cents, then that's even better. Despite this not being the best book sale experience, it's still an experience, and every experience is a learning experience during this entire FBA journey. What I learned is that I'm not going to go back to this book sale, number one, and number two, that I need to be more picky about book sales. If I haven't been to one yet, clearly I need to go to it at least once to see what it's all about. But in general, I seem to find better quality, more profitable books at thrift stores, yard sales, and estate sales. I know that book sales can be great because you can potentially pick up a lot of books, but that depends on how great the book sale is, how many other resellers are there, how many books do they have. If they have 20,000, then that's a lot of books. But if they have only 1,000 or 2,000 or something like that, then chances are you're not going to find that many. How good are the books there? Have they been gone through already? At this point, I'm just going to focus more on the thrift stores and estate sales and yard sales, which is what I already do, continue with that. So I'll also keep pursuing bulk buys through Craigslist, and basically only Craigslist at this point, to see if I can find other sources aside from that guy that I bought the bulk CD lot from. So I'll keep plugging away and see what I can find. This is, as I mentioned before, my 100th vlog. Mind-blowing at the same time. So when you're making daily vlogs, it all becomes a bit of a blur, kind of like raising children. So there's some parallels there. The reason why is because when you have to put up one video a day, it requires a lot of effort and a lot of videos, a lot of shooting, a lot of editing, a lot of exporting, a lot of uploading. So it all sort of runs together, and a video I felt like I just made, when I look through my videos, I made it 5 days ago, but it doesn't feel like that because I make it and then I immediately have to make another one. So it's just crazy. I can't believe I'm to 100, but at the same time, the videos fly by, and they just, every day I'm adding a new one. So it kind of makes my life go by faster. So that with my kids is making everything fly by. It's been an amazing ride so far, and at 100 vlogs, I'm pretty happy with where I am. But I want to improve the vlog, get better quality, and so I might start using different camera or fancier editing software. We'll see. But not major changes, probably just little tweaks here and there. Here's to another 265 or so, or 263 to make it to the end of the year. So I'm not quite halfway there, but almost. And I look forward to getting to that point, to see how things have evolved. So I've already evolved to a certain level here of how I do the vlogs, and it's been fun. So even though today was a bit of a sucky book sale, I'm still glad to be making videos and sharing my journey with you, with all of you subscribers. That's the other thing, my subscriber count has gone up dramatically since I started, which was basically close to zero, and now I'm over 700 subscribers, and trust me, I look at every single new subscriber. So I don't remember every name, but I definitely do look every time I get a new subscriber. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm trying to think of something, a little contest. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, a lucky person gets something sent to them from me. I don't know what that is, possibly related to selling books, I'm not sure. I haven't quite come up with that yet, but I better figure it out soon. That'll be fun. So keep hitting up some book sales, thrift stores, etc. on this Saturday morning, wet one here. And as always, remember, keep booking.